Like I said, I was from Tampa. Miami's a little more faster than us. This is in the 90s. When I got to Miami, it was like 1995. I weighed like 119 pounds. I wore ponytails. Um, I used to wear rings on every finger, 6, 7 chains. I was a jury girl, so um, they used to be like, "Why you got on so much jewelry?" I was like, "My baby daddy bought me this jewelry. What's the problem? It's what we do where I'm from." And I had gold in my mouth too. Right. I was like, "What's the problem? You know, I'm the shit where I'm from. Like, what's the problem?" So they used to crack jokes on us because we was from out of town and we was different from them. And they in the dressing room, and when I mean they, I'm talking about the veterans. Uh, they would be very inquiring and interested about where we came from. So they would ask us questions, and we wore like cheap ass costumes and cheap shoes. These motherfuckers walking around with the how you say it, the rhinestones, the Sikorsky rhinestones. These are very expensive rhinestones. I never knew about these rhinestones till I went to Miami. So they walk around with these costumes on that are tailor made by this lady that would sit in the dressing room and she would make these costumes. Yes, those. She would make these costumes, but they would be the cheapest costume was probably $75. That was the cheapest. Me and my crew used to go to USA Flea Market and buy $10, $20, $30 costumes. And that used to piss them the fuck off because we'll get on the floor with these costumes on and make way more money than them. And I have my little ponytail, I ain't got no lashes, no makeup, none of that. I'm just plain Jane. Like, and then they became used to us. They got used to us being there. They got used to us stepping on their toes, getting some of their money. So they like, bitch, you gotta step your game up. If you're gonna be here around us, you gotta look like us. So like I said, that's when the drugs came and the alcohol came. So now I'm drinking. Now I'm doing ecstasy because at that time ecstasy was a big thing. It had just came from Atlanta and it got to Miami, and you know, uh, we was on it heavy. So, and at that time Rolex was the main club. So all the celebrities, the athletes, anybody that was somebody, that's where they came to party.
On an average night, how much money you can make out of Rolex?
Oh, on the average? Well, I can't speak for the other women because one thing people don't know is three type of strippers. It is the mutt that's she the lowest. Like she gonna do anything to get her money. She may be a pimp girl, so that means she fucking in the club. She letting the customers touch her body parts. She doing anything for her money. And then you have the hustler. She gonna go around and ask every motherfucker in the club for a dance. And she gonna keep asking till you give her a dance. And then you got a bitch like me. I ain't asking you for no dance. I'm the pretty girl. I'm gonna stand around and wait for you to come and get me. Cause I feel like if a man wanna dance you, he gonna come get you and he gonna ask you to dance for him. So we make the less money because we ain't walk around asking for dance. We ain't gonna do what everybody else is doing. Cause we feel like we don't have to. So I can't speak for everybody else, but I can only speak for what I made. But in the early 90s, money was still flowing. That dope money was real good. So I made a lot of money. So my good nights at that time was like $500 to $1,000.
That's good money. I mean, every night.
In the 90s.
Yeah, it was.
How many hours you had to put in?
Oh, I did long hours though, because we were new and it was new to us, and we just wanted it. It was a craving. It was something we had to have, so we want to get there early. So I used to get there like 5 o'clock, and I used to leave at 5 o'clock. So from like 5 to 5, I'm in the club. I'm in the club. and then I'm drinking and I'm doing drugs and I'm just having a ball. But I'm in the club and I'm making money. And I thought life was great. It was great because I was able to take care of my whole family. So,
So you said you came across some athletes and some
oh,
superstars, right?
yes. Athletes, rappers, singers, you name it. They all came in Rolex because there was no other clubs that was on Rolex standard at the time. I mean, Miami had a lot of strip clubs, but Rolex was the main one at that time. So, that's where everybody came and spent their money. I seen, I seen one of our local celebrity sports person. He came in and dropped like 50 on the table because he wanted one of the dancers so bad.
50 what? 50 grand or
$50,000.
Right.
He put it on the table for her and offered it to her. And she was my protege. Like she was one of the girls I looked up to because she didn't give lap dances and that motherfucker was fine as wine. And she just had high standards and her name was Seduction. And Gary wanted her real bad. He came in there with 50 grand, put it on the table, and offered it to her, and she turned it down. Sure did.
Gary Sheffield?
Yes, Gary Sheffield. I'm putting him out there. Yeah. And she turned him down. And I said, when I grow up, I'm going to be just like her.
And you said she turned down 50K?
Yeah. Mm-hmm. So many. You name them, they was there. We didn't start losing our clientele on celebrities and athletes until King of Diamonds came around. Once that club came about, then Rolex kind of, went downhill. We kind of lost all the celebrities and the athletes. And that's when booty shots came about. Everybody going to get their body done. Now the game has changed. The pimps got their hoes in the club now. So we got promoters. Like it just messed up the whole thing about a gentleman's club. It was now about the money for real.
So have you ever been approached by a pimp to
Oh my God.
work for them?
Yes, I have. And I can't say I was approached by a real pimp because real pimps came in there and they know who to approach and who not to approach. So I was approached by some bullshit ass play ass pimps because the real ones that came in there, they knew. Like, and they really mess with girls like me because they know.
What type of girl they be looking for?
Mostly young runaways, like the ones that they can manipulate their mind. Nobody really ain't gonna want them if they seen them with their clothes off, like without them lights. If they seen them without the makeup, the hair, like she wasn't even worth your time outside of the club, just in the club and in the club only. So those are the kind of girls that they brought inside the club.
Have you ever seen Puff Daddy inside though?
Oh, definitely. I got Puff Daddy stories.
So can we speaking of quick to sum up?
I was in there when Puff brought Jennifer Lopez in Rolex. I didn't dance for him that night. He's been in Rolex several times when I was in there, but I never got the chance to dance for him. But I did meet Puffy in Miami with my clothes on at a place called Ford on Miami Beach. It was a very exclusive club. Well, it wasn't really a club. It was like a restaurant that would turn into a club